Hello, everybody. I am Connie Skaggs, and I'm from Ladson, South Carolina. Sorry, it seemed like my camera all went dark all of a sudden. But anyway, I wanted to do my YouTube video on the uh, This Life Simple Page Kit number 11, which was the one for like Thanksgiving and things. But anyway, I want to go ahead and I'm just going to change over to my camera and talk about it a little bit, and then I want to make one in a different paper. And so we will go from there. Hopefully you can see this is part of the kit. This is the way, I mean, the kit comes, in an envelope like this, uh, the papers, the stickers, your instructions, all there. And so I've taken this kit out, and the first thing I do is I start measuring. I um, measure what the base pages are, because if I want to remake this, and I don't want to do it in just a plain piece, and of course you can use that both sides of this paper, if you want to in top loading pages, or if you just want to use the decorated sides the way they have them, it's fine. And then there's always this piece that they may have multiple colors on here because of what they want to do, but the way that you do is cut these lines out, and these will be like the mats size and everything. And I will cut this and I can just lay it out on here. Then I'll just move it aside. I won't adhere this one all together. And of course, then you can put any of the stickers on and to decorate your page, or the title you want and stuff. So they have a couple options on each one of them. This kit is sold out, as well as number 12 has already sold out. And so, but I still wanted to show you these because you may have gotten these, you may have gotten this ideal, but at the same time, if you write down some of the measurements that I'm giving you, you may be able to just go ahead and do it on a different, on another page. And so then I go ahead and I start measuring these, because these are 1/2 inch strips by 12 inch. This is 3/4 inch strip by 11 inches. And then this one is a 5.5 by 10.5. And this is 5.5 by 7 and 5.5 by 3.5 inches. And so it's made to go, and they have 6 different dotted lines around here to show you where your photos would go. And so they're using 3 by 5 photos in these places. And so that's made so you can use 6 on these pages. And it gives you a little room for decorating or journaling or whatever. Now, what I'm going to show you in a minute, because, this large piece here, as I've just made me a note out from here, it's 8 inches by 8.5 tall. This piece here, the lighter orange, is 3 inches by 8.5 inches. And then this has got an inch border. This is kind of like there's an inch left up here. It's actually is what they're saying, but it would come down 1 3/4. And this is an inch and there's 1 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1 3/4 inch. I'm sorry. Yeah. And this one's a 1 3/4 inch. So they just have it set up, and it's kind of designed to just do it this way. And so we will go ahead, and I'm going to cut these, because on my trimmer, and I know I've showed you this before, and so I'm going to do a couple little techniques here today. I will show you. But remember, this is, I kind of sometimes I cut a little bit backwards because I like to line this up on my 1 inch strip. And then I always want to make sure that this line has the little black dot on it, or light, and down here too. And so I want to be sure that that line is right on top, because this black line is exactly where this blade is going to cut. So that's one strip that I'm putting out there. And because I knew this was a half inch, but I still like to, I want to be sure that I'm cutting where I need to cut. And of course, that thing can be hid up underneath there. And so there's the second strip. And so looks like it cut all the red off, and that's good. And this is fine. This is the 2 red strips that they have here for us to be able to use. Now the next one I'm going to cut, this is 3 and 4, and it is at 3/4. So it's not only this first line, it'd be the second line there, the railroad track, if you want to call it that. Like your, sorry. No, it's a little farther than that. So I guess it's a little more than a 3/4 inch. Yeah, it's like 7/8. But I'm still just matching up with what they have. That one's not quite right where it needs to be, so I have to move him in just a little bit. But I want to make sure that this backside matches too, and it does. There's one piece, and that's going to be a piece of the yellow. So I just like to be sure that these are right on the money. And that is a piece of yellow. Now, these here, you can use your 5.5 inches right out there, all the way to the edge is where 5.5 is. But again, I'm going to make sure that this is measuring, lining up with that. And so that is one of our maps. And I'll turn this one here. And you could do it either way, because if you wanted to be sure you was measuring with the 3.5 inches, because that, you could move your arm out too on your cutter. And so, to be sure this is showing up, it needs to. Okay, and so then we've got these 2 pieces. Now this is showing me just a little tiny bit of color that's on it. And you can see this was just a sliver, little sliver. Can hardly see it. I want to cut there. And nothing on either one of these. So, okay. So that's cutting all of our pieces. And then we're going to cut with a different, some different paper in a minute. And all I'm going to do is just lay these out. Like I say, I'm not going to take time to adhere them, because I just want you all to get a picture of how this goes together. And of course, these numbers, they have right on here exactly like, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5, 6, 7. So they have 1 down here. And this is 2. I don't have my mats out either to line everything up. So we just do it this way. 3. And 4. And 5. Looks like it just kind of centers here. And this is number 6. And number 7. And that's pretty much how they have this, which then, they have it for, I have some of my little cards here. We've got 5s, and of course then it's got 2 of these that are 5 by 3. And 1 more 3 by 5. And then it gives you plenty of room to decorate or whatever. You want to put a sticker on top of this, a border, like I've punched out a border here that I'm going to use in a little bit. And, so that could be there just to blend those, pieces together if you want to. Doesn't matter. But this is the basic concept of this one for number 11. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take these all up because I want to talk to you about something in the way I'm going to cut a different piece of paper. So that something that you all can try, because I mean, I want to show you a tip also. So we're just going to lay these aside, but see how this is, and that's going to take me a little strategic. Wait, I'm going to be sure. 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. And this is 11. But then what I've done is I picked out some, every paper pack that I was going to pick out, Of course, this had the little turkeys that was so cute. And these are in the advisor exclusive. So if you have an advisor that you've used, she may have some of these. And these are $2 each that only advisors could get. They are sold out of these also. Some things are just really cute and they sell out fast. And sometimes people, these I gave to the ones that purchased the kit because the kits are $5.50 and you got 2 pages left with everything you need. And so that just gave a little sticker to it. But I picked Wonderful Day because they're sold out of this, they're sold out of that. And so but I wanted to pick something for that would go as the base around, something that'll go for the base inside. And so, and then this will be my other piece that I'm going to cut apart because I don't particularly like this back piece. So it's not something I can flip necessarily to have two choices with it. However, we're going to do that one in a little bit. But this is the tip I want to show you is because what we're going to do is cut the center out so that it can be reversed. And so the way you do it, and of course, that side doesn't look bad at all. But this side here, you don't want the writing, even though you can't really read the writing, you don't want it to be upside down on the opposite page. So if I done it like this and I cut them and I flipped it, it would be upside down. So these are the ones that you would want, you face these two together, and we're going to cut 2 pages at a time. Now, because I'm going to cut 1 3/4 at 1 3/4, but I'm also going to come down and I'm not going to start cutting until the 1 inch. And so my blade, and I've showed this before, but this little line right here is where your blade is, and that's where it's going to cut. And so from the end to the white line is 1 inch, and from that to the end is 1 inch. So I want to be sure that I don't start cutting until the 1 inch. So what do? I bring this to the 2 inch, and so on my measurement. And so I already know that that's where I want to start cutting. And what I'm going to do is I'm cutting all the way down to the end because, well, you will see in a minute. So you just have to push a little bit because you want to be sure that that cuts all the way through. Now, I don't know the other way to do this, but I need to cut it off of this side. And so I'm going to flip it. And please let me just, still, because remember, I just measured that was 1 1/4 up at the end, and 1 3/4. I'm sorry. And that's where this is that 1 3/4. Of course, I want to start this at the 2-inch out here. All the way to the end. Now what we've got to do is cut down this side. This is only at 1 inch, at the 1-inch mark. And I'm going to start it at the 1 3/4. So where does it have to go? This outside has to be at 2 3/4. And it's going to stop down here at 11 1/4, I believe. I'm going to watch this one close because I forgot to get my measurement there, but yeah, because 1, yeah, 10 1/2, 10 1/4, where it needs to go, or just about there. So it'll have to go, goes till it stops, and you can see on this other side where it's going to stop. So it's stopping at 11 1/4. Okay. And so this piece here should come out. And then this is what we've got left. Now, let me show you a little tip. Now, you might try to decide, okay, do I want the black dot to show? I should have gotten that out. So, and then remember, I wanted my writing to go the right way. So these would be the parts that I would fill in here. Now I'll have to do some mounting on the back. And so you, even if you just mount this straight on another piece of paper, you could do it on inserts from our insert papers, say that's in the top loading pages. Those are all fine. And so, you know, this is fitting in here perfect. And so this is the thing I wanted you to get. But, you know, if you wanted it to be the exact opposite, you wanted the white outside and the black in the center. See, by flipping it, I still have got my writing, you know, going the right way. You know, kind of. I guess I had to, it would be on the other side. So anyway, this is kind of be our base. And like I say, you will have to adhere these to another piece of paper or you weld them, but this is a lot of welding. And I have found out this one works best if you just go ahead and put it straight on the page. Now, I also, because remember, we've got this first piece here. Pieces, base pages here. And see this one, now it looks kind of like this does, but this one here has got this piece here. Now I had some other scrap that would go with it from this Wonderful Day collection. And so I thought this kind of gray, it looks like a wood grain. I mean, you could use this other side, I guess. I'm not crazy about that one, but I did like this because I felt like it went with, you know, both the dot and the writing. And so it just gives another color in it, even though these are very muted colors. And this is going to go in a heritage album. So I'm okay with it. And of course, because I didn't go ahead and get my base paper for you, and I will finish this and actually put a picture on the YouTube video once I, you know, get ready to upload it. And so you'll be able to see this as a completed thing. Now, I also picked out one other sheet of paper that I would be cutting apart. And this one kind of went with it. It just looks like a brush marble kind of, but I didn't particularly care for the brown backside, like I said. So we're going to have all of our cuts from this. And so if you'll remember, we needed a 1/2 inch, 2 1/2 inch strips. And so those will be 2 strips that'll go down to the bottom. Then we need to turn this because we want it to only be 11 inches. And it needed 2 3/4 inch. No, it was 5/8, wasn't it? I think. No, it's 3/4. We're going to do 3/4. I believe that's right. Check. No, it's 5/8 that these were cut. Just to make sure everything matches. We're okay with that. 5/8 and another 5/8. Is that 5? 5, 6, 7/8. I'm sorry, 7/8. 7/8. Okay. And then we've got this piece that's left that we want to, and it's 11 inches. So we want to cut it 5.5 in 2. And then we had to cut the other one, we had to cut 3.5 inches off. All right, let's see about putting this together. Now, remember this one comes off here. And everything keeps moving on me because I've not got this set down. You know, I didn't have this adhered. So this in this piece, this one here, there, this one here. These across the bottom. Other pieces across the bottom. Are you liking this so far? Please tell me whenever. Leave your comment at the top. We're kind of, this is very muted or whatever you want to call it. But I also, because I don't, you know, I do have stickers that will go with this, but I just really thought maybe this black, I don't know, it might not be enough. I don't know, particularly like it up there. And this one, this Border Maker cartridge just come out this past week with the secret box. Secret box is sold out, but whenever those come available and they say they have a tool in them, they will tell you what the tool, whether it's a border punch, whether it's a punch, or whether it's a Border Maker cartridge. Of course, your Border Maker cartridge, you have to have the system to go with it. But I have always been very pleased with our secret boxes. They just are, they're fun. They're unusual. They're exclusive. You can't get them other ways. I mean, well, there are some people that will put them on sites, but you know, I just encourage my people if they really want one to go ahead and get it, or to let me know so I can get it for them. I'm not crazy about this, so I'm not sure. And maybe it needs to be white or gray, you know, a brighter color. But anyway, let's put these where they would go. Or photos of the 3.5. 3x5, I'm sorry. 3x5 on these. And then we got 2 5x3s. So this is done in Wonderful Day, which I have several, you know, other words and stickers, and or some other use 2 of those. Something like that might work too. one like this or something. Not that I would mix them. I've got 2 sets of the, um, laser borders, and so I would put 2 alike. I really kinda like that instead of my half-inch strip. So, what do y'all think of that? It's definitely a possibility. I forget what the stickers are that they have, um, in this collection. Lots of fun, sayings and things like that. And these, oh, see, they do have some pretty gray ones here and some smaller gray ones even. Now those would work very well, either one of those. So, and like this one, time flies when you're having fun, timeless, memories made here, you know. So that you could, have a box, a title box up there, if you had so different, different little sayings. Some of these little corner pieces, would go good on one of, like this one or over here on these. So, you can always mix and match some of our things together. What I wanted to do was pull out this other border because I really kind of like that one. With it. Let's take that off. Add that down. Let's just remove this black piece here. And you know what? I don't throw these away. I'll use them on something else. So what do you think of that? I really kind of like that after I got it all put together a little bit. So I will base it, but I thought you might want to see how to cut out a window, flip the paper. You have to have something you like both sides, but remember the key was us putting the 2 pieces of paper together and cutting them at the same time. So if you can kind of remember that, hopefully that will be a deal breaker for you on some other things that you might like to try. So again, this is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, and that has to do with my simple page kit number 11. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you would just make a comment, let me know what you like best, and we will go from there. It's a great way to, I enjoy doing these and sharing them with you. If you do not have an advisor, I'd be glad for you to use my website. My name, Connie Skaggs, is on there, and you go on the CM website and you type in my name, it will come up. You've seen my picture, so you know what I look like. And so there, my picture is on there also. Another thing is that they have now got the Black Friday bundles out. And some things are selling out because it's a spin get. And it's 150. Any qualifying order is 150 of product. The only digital product that could be added on that would be spines or photos. And so, because that becomes a digital product at that point, or I guess I should say, it is a product that you've purchased. So those are, it's just really, they've got 3 different ones. I do not know how long they'll last. Things go out very fast. And we have had a lot of advisors, new advisors join. And so if you want to talk to me about joining, just send me a message and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Again, if you have a CM advisor that you already use, please give them the orders that they deserve, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy reap some of the benefits from them helping you with things that they need, that you would want them to help you with. I appreciate everybody. I thank you very much for joining today, and we will see you next time. Next time will be kit number 12, and I'm trying to do a catch up. They do plan to keep these kits going into next year. And so I'm kind of excited about them doing them monthly. So like I say, my website, everything is in my description. And so I hope that you will be able to just join in. And like I say, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate it. See you later. Bye.